Hi, you're listening to Book Chat with author Vivian E. Moore.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Happy New Year and welcome to Book Chat. I am your host, author Vivian E. Moore. Hope everyone had a great holiday. I hope that you had a pleasant and safe New Year's Eve that went on over into 2021. I'm glad to be with you today. And so, today's title of the show is We Made It. And the topic is new possibilities for 2021. So we're just going to go right ahead and get into it today. All right. So again, Happy New Year and congratulations, because we did make it to 2021. Through many trials and tribulations, we celebrated with the knowledge of what it took to get here. Now, I don't know about you, but I appreciate the opportunity to pursue new adventures and what 2021 holds for me on a personal level. Case in point, new possibilities. As a writer and author, I'm excited to create and publish new stories for my reading audience, to bring new members into the family and inspire those who, they found the last year disappointing on many levels. Now, I have to say, honestly, 2020 was a heck of a year for a lot of people, me included. But I also have to say that 2020 was good for me on so many other levels as well. And so, I have to give praise and thanks where it's due. So thankful that I didn't suffer the many trials that a lot of people did. And, but still, I am excited and happy because we made it. For all of you who had so many setbacks and hurdles to get across in 2020, no matter what it was, it's a good feeling to be here together. So I'm happy about it, and I hope you are too. And, another year means that it's another chance to evaluate what didn't work last year and to make improvements. It's a time for self-reflection and personal critiquing, because that is necessary for developing strengths and shoring up weaknesses. It's another opportunity to prove that you're here and active. And I'm here and active to help others do the same. We fought hard to arrive at this point in our lives, and we need to keep stepping in an onward direction. However, we strive to become better in many areas of our lives. Still, we should not focus on what is behind us, but look ahead to what new triumphs and challenges are before us. And I'm excited, and I can't wait to get started on making 2021 one of the best years of my lifetime. I'm ready to come out swinging with hope and endurance. Simply because 2020 felt like a wasted year, or a combination sucker punched for so many others that dropped us to our knees, personally and career-wise. We can't completely write it off as a loss. 2020 may have been filled with teachable moments across the board, and we learned how to compete and survive when the odds were clearly stacked against every opportunity. But you know what we did? We persevered. And now we are renewed with more ambition to engage without allowing the impact of forces beyond our control to deter us from new possibilities. And you'll hear me say that a lot. You will this year. New possibilities. I've said it before in the past, and I mean what I say. When I say new possibilities, the sky is the limit. You are unlimited when it comes to doing what you've set in place for your goals. But you have to keep that ambition. You have to keep that motivation going. You have to keep striving and just pressing onward to achieve everything that you set out to do. And I'm not saying that, that you'll be able to meet every single thing on the list, but at least try to meet every single thing on the list, because that's important. And again, I don't want to keep looking back to 2020, because I know that it was a very trying time for everybody, whether you experience financial setbacks, if you had health issues, that is so prevalent. Every time you turn on the television, it's talking about the death total, for today. So some of 2020 did travel over with us to 2021, but I'm a very optimistic person. And, I know sometimes you may get tired of my optimism, but, that's just part of my personality, and I can't help that. I choose to see the good in everything rather than, just see the bad. I see a glass half filled instead of half empty. And that's how I look on life. I treat trials and tribulations as teachable moments, because that's what they are. We all go through them. And I can't think of one person who has not experienced something. Again, I say 2020 was not all that horrible of a year for me, because it wasn't. And I have to be honest about that. I still had my job. I was still able to write and put out books for 2020. I had my health. There were a couple of times in 2020, when I was sick, but thank God it wasn't COVID, although it was in my family. We experienced it in my family, and I'm so thankful that, each family member that had it, that they pulled through. It didn't affect them as bad as it did some of the other people, who didn't pull through. And, and I've had, I've lost family members, maybe not in the year 2020, but when I say I lost family members, some in 2020, they weren't my blood relatives, but, they were my church family. So I did lose family in 2020, and, but still, we persevere. We continue to move ahead. We continue to march onward, because that's the plan. That's the goal. That's what we must do. And that's why I see 2021 as a dynamic year. I see 2021 as a time for change. If you are a writer or a published author, this is your time. This is your chance. Don't let circumstance stop you from doing what's been placed on your heart to do. That's part of you. If you're like me, I can't think of a day when I'm not thinking about writing. When I don't want to come into my office and work. There are times when, yes, I'm tired, but that thought is on my mind. This is what I should be doing, And so 2021 has revived me. First of all, for just making it to 2021, because I take nothing for granted. I take absolutely nothing for granted. If nothing else, 2020 should have shown all of us that you never take anything for granted. So I don't, but still, I'm just optimistic about it, because there are things that I hope to be able to do, that I want to do. I have goals that I've set, and I hope to meet those goals. I'm going to try very hard to meet those goals. So, I'm just saying that 2021 is going to be golden. And it's a state of mind. It's how you see it. You can view it as, what 2020 was horrible, so 2021 is going to be equally horrible. But I don't see it that way. I see it as we made it, and this is our opportunity to make the best of it. I know a lot of things haven't changed, as far as this virus that's still devastating, our country and other countries around the world. But, people are still moving. They're still going, and I want everyone to pay attention to, the guidelines that have been set forth so we stay safe and keep those around us safe. But all in all, we still have our lives. And, so we have to be thankful for that and to live accordingly, because that's important as well. But I just want you to, to get everything in order, write those goals down. And each day, whenever you meet a goal, you can cross that one off your list, or you can add it to a new list for 2022. But still, mark it off 2021 as complete, because that's how it should be. That's how you should think. Think of it as already being done, because that's important. When you can see it, then you can achieve it. And that's just how I see things. So again, folks, we made it. Happy New Year, and cheers to new possibilities. Before I let you go, I want to make sure I give you these URLs so you can continue to listen to Book Chat here on Spreaker for 2021. That is at https://www.spreaker.com/user/author Vivian Moore. You can follow me, like me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And Instagram is by invitation only. You can also check out my website, which is at https://www.authorvivianemore.com. And also my blog, which is at https://vivianemore.blogspot.com. And also, you can listen to the show, hear it live on Spreaker, or you can hear it across other platforms, either live or recorded. And of course, as I said before, Spreaker, Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Giles Savin. So those are all the platforms where you can listen to Book Chat. You can listen to the recorded episodes all the way back to 3 years ago, if you wish, you can. And folks, please don't forget to, when you listen to these episodes, to like them and to share them, because I really do appreciate that when you do that. And so, we're looking for big and better things for 2021 for Book Chat. I'm excited about it and excited to share every achievement that I have with you. So tomorrow is Worship Day. It is the first Sunday of 2021, and I'm looking forward to that. It's Communion Sunday as well. So I hope you are planning on attending church service, whether you're doing it in person. Remember to wear your mask and social distance. Or if you're doing it over the phone, or you're doing live church programs, just remember to invite others to listen in or to view those over those live streams, because everyone needs to be a part of that, especially now, because we all could use some good news. And other than a stimulus check, that's nice too, but we need more good news than that. But anyway, just remember to tell those around you that you love them, because tomorrow is not promised. Today may be the only chance you get to say that. So I love you. I hope you love me back. Until the next time you hear my voice, God bless you, and goodbye.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.